Hello my darlings and welcome. In this video I'll be talking about the Greek goddess Demeter. I want to share some general information about her and then talk about what she represents when she appears in your life in an oracle card reading. I've created this series of short videos to share each of the card meanings from my Goddess Wisdom Oracle app. Daughter of Titans, Rhea and Kronos, and mother of Persephone, Demeter is one of the oldest gods in the ancient Greek pantheon. As a goddess of agriculture, she guarantees the fertility of the earth and protects both farming and vegetation. Her close connection with the earth was inherited from her mother Rhea, who is known as the Mother of the Gods and as a fertility goddess as well. Demeter is best known for withholding growth during winter and giving bountiful growth in the spring. This is inexorably tied to the time her daughter Persephone resides in the underworld. For several months every winter, Persephone resides and rules beside Hades in the underworld. Demeter mourns the absence of her daughter and lets the earth go bare. Persephone's reunion with her mother in the springtime and Demeter's joy causes the earth to bloom and crops to grow again. This story explains the changing of the seasons and the cycle of the earth and growing things from life to death to life once more. This cycle became one of the rituals of the sacred Eleusinian mysteries. All initiates were bound by a sacred oath not to reveal the details of the mysteries, and they have to this day remained secret. I will tell you a story about Demeter's doings during a portion of the time between Persephone's disappearance and her return. Demeter, in the guise of an old woman named Doso, was searching all over Greece for her missing daughter. Demeter, as Doso, received a very hospitable welcome from King Cleus of Eleusis. Cleus asked Demeter to nurse his sons Demophon and Triptolemus. When Demeter noticed that the eldest son, Triptolemus, was sick, she fed him from her breast milk. As a result, not only did he recover his strength, but he instantly became an adult. Demeter also chose to teach Triptolemus the art of agriculture. After acquiring abundant knowledge from Demeter, he flew across Greece on a winged chariot to complete his mission of educating the whole of Greece and the whole world about the art of agriculture. Triptolemus is mentioned in the Eleusinian mysteries as one of the original priests of Demeter, one of the first men to learn the secret rites and mysteries of the goddess Demeter. In the Goddess Wisdom Oracle, the goddess Demeter represents plenty. She of the grain and lawgiver, goddess of plenty, is here for you. She is most closely associated with the harvest, and her symbols are sheaves of grain and heaps of grapes, fruits, vegetables, and breads. With Demeter comes plenty, affluence, and prosperity. However, seeds must be sown and tended to, and the fully grown crops harvested and put into storage. After the harvest comes the feast. If Demeter is coming to you, prosperity is coming. If you've been working toward a goal, it's time to reap the benefits. If you're just starting on a project, it's time to put in some work. But Demeter brings you a warning not to cut corners or rush. Now is not the time to break the rules or to be greedy. Be content knowing that a reward is near. Demeter is a goddess of law and order. She warns that attempting to gain wealth without work required to acquire it will only get you into trouble. The Earth Goddess lives by sacred laws of nature and society and does not welcome lawlessness and disorder. Demeter is also the well-known mother of Persephone, the goddess of spring. kidnapped by Hades to be his wife in the underworld. Fiercely protective, Demeter refused to allow the renewal of spring without seeing her daughter safe and sound, which is what causes the changes of the season. Make no mistake, though Demeter is a kind and generous goddess, she is not to be trifled with. She brings this lesson to you today, counseling you to act with kindness and generosity, but do not allow your generous spirit to be taken advantage of or harmed. This video is part of a series that focuses on sharing the card meanings from the Goddess Wisdom Oracle app, available for Android and for Apple. This video may not be an in-depth look at the goddess, but nonetheless, I hope you found it interesting and informative. If so, you may want to check out some of the other videos in the Goddess Oracle series. And if you'd like to suggest a goddess for me to focus on in a future video, please let me know in the comments.